runoff. First, walk me through your reaction. Did you even think you would make it to a runoff?
Of course, we have a strong team. We work hard. And I really feel like we were destined for this this position. So we're going to take this runoff. As a grace of God. And we want to get out and get our message out. We're going to talk about affordability because too many people are struggling now, man. We're talking about single moms having to really foot the whole bill. And it's it's becoming a real struggle. To decide whether you're going to pay grocery bills, your health care, put gas in your car, or pay child care. So those issues are something that I believe across the aisle, Republican and Democrat, we can actually fight for. We want to make sure we're getting the right person in that district to represent us as the people of District 18.
One person is dead and another injured after a house fire in Dodge County yesterday. Fire Chief Malcolm Tyson says that Dodge and Bleckley County fire crews were battling the fire on Old Reby Road in Chester after getting a report that someone was trapped inside. They ended up finding that person in the home dead. Their body was taken to the GBI Crime Lab in Decatur for an autopsy. Another person had gotten injured while trying to save that person through an outside window. The cause of the fire is being investigated.
Well, good Wednesday, everybody. We started out very chilly again this morning with mostly clear skies. Went down to the low to mid 20s, and this afternoon we're going to see clouds on the increase, but despite the clouds, we will be staying dry and will actually be a little warmer today than we've been the last several days. Going up to the upper 50s, the average high 59, so getting back close to where we should be this time of year. Now, the big story is, are we going to see frozen precipitation this coming weekend? The models have been back and forth on this, so let's take a look at the latest model runs and we'll let you know what we're looking at. And we'll start this Friday evening Friday night about 10 o'clock. You can see we'll see the clouds out there. And let's go on into Saturday afternoon about 4 o'clock. Notice this is the GFS model. Now, the GFS model is still showing some wintry mix from about Bibb County, Macon northward, but notice what happens as we get into Sunday night and Sunday morning. That actually dips a little bit farther down to the south. So if the GFS model does hold out, we'll see this wintry mix all over middle Georgia. And again, this is Sunday morning at 7 o'clock. And then as we get into during the day on Sunday, it is still hanging around, and then Monday it begins to get out of here. So taking in the effect that if the GFS model is correct, we could be in frozen precipitation for a good 24 hours, and that would make for significant accumulations. The good news is it'll be out of here by Monday. But let's take a look at the Euro model. The Euro model is saying something a little different now. Yesterday, both models were in agreement, and now the Euro model is pulling back on that just a little bit, saying mostly here in middle Georgia, we will be looking at cold rain. So let's start again at Friday about 4 o'clock. We'll take this into Friday or Saturday about 4 o'clock as well. Notice during the day on Saturday, it's keeping most of the precipitation now well north of the middle Georgia area. So if the Euro model is the one that is going to end up being correct, we'll just see mostly cloudy skies on Saturday with maybe a few isolated showers. And then as we get into Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning rather, notice we could see a few showers. Most of the precipitation stays to our north, and the frozen precipitation well to our north as well. And then during the afternoon on Sunday, just a cold rain moves through middle Georgia, and then by Monday, that's all out of here as well. So right now, the Euro model is saying, we're not too sure about this frozen precipitation deal. The GFS model is still hanging on to it. Again, we have a few days yet to keep watching these models and to let you know what we will be experiencing. This will be going back and forth, I'm sure, between the two models right on up until possibly Friday or into Saturday. So again, just stay up to date with us and we will definitely keep you updated. One thing we do know is we feel confident that we're going to see at least some rain here over the weekend. Now, whether it'll be frozen or not, that is still yet to be seen, but we will receive some much needed rain and over the next 5 days, and this is basically what we'll be receiving over the weekend. You can see here possibly an inch to an inch and a half, and we are in a drought situation here in Georgia, so we definitely do need the rain. Another thing we are confident about, over the next 6 to 10 days, we're going to see temperatures continue to be well below average. We'll warm up a little bit tomorrow and Friday, and then as we get into the weekend and especially into next week, we'll see more colder air moving into middle Georgia. So our forecast today, we're going to be going up to the upper 50s, so that's warmer than we've been the last few days, and that's getting back up to where we should be this time of of year. The average high 59. As I said, clouds will be on the increase today and will be staying dry. Tonight we'll be dropping down for tomorrow morning in the low 40s, so a good 15 to 20 degrees warmer than we were this morning. We'll see mostly cloudy skies as we start the day tomorrow. Now here's the 10-day forecast. Look at this as we get into tomorrow and Friday. We're going to be getting up into the 60s. That's above average on those temperatures. Right now, we're going to have to put a big question mark over the weekend because we are still yet uncertain on how much or what type of precipitation will be coming into middle Georgia. Will it all be rain or will it be a wintry mix? Still yet to be seen, and definitely we'll keep you updated. So we do have the weather warning days in place for Saturday into Monday. Those may be dropped if the weather continues to trend more on a rainy pattern versus any wintry mix. But again, look at next week. Most every day next week our highs are going to be in the 40s, overnight lows in the 20s. And look at next Friday, possibly highs only in the 30s. So as I said, we know the cold weather for the most part is going to be sticking around for the next several days.
Light it.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football is a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.